Hello, it's Heather from the Crafty Scrapbooker blog, and I'm here to show you a quick tutorial on how to make 2 quick gift tags with just some supplies from your stash. So first, I'm going to watercolor a yellow background on this tag. I'm using some Mr. Huey's watercolors from Studio Calico and a wide brush that I bought at IKEA. I'm fast forwarding this because all I'm doing is just spreading some paint around on this tag. So now I'm going to lay that aside to dry. And next I'm using this Lemon Lush 6x6 mini paper pad from Studio Calico and a star punch from Fiskars. I'm going to punch just one star from a few of the patterns from this mini pad. I didn't use all of them because my tag wasn't big enough, but I just chose some that I already had cut up. So next I'm just going to be adhering these stars down on this tag. I'm not using much adhesive just because I'm going to be sewing over them with my sewing machine later, and I didn't want that much glue getting in the needle. That makes a big mess. So I'm just lightly adhering them with this American Crafts dot roller adhesive. I don't really have a pattern for putting them down. I just kind of stick them down close to each other. So I'm adding just some vellum on top of a couple of the patterns. It kind of adds some depth a little bit so it's not just one layer of pattern paper. So now I have sewed over the stars with some gray thread, and now I'm just trimming off the stars that are hanging off the edge of the tag along with the threads. So next I'm going to add some embellishing. I'm using these chipboard pieces from the Nine & Company line by Teresa Collins. I just love the colors, and I thought maybe some of the gold would go along with the colors that I picked out today from the Lemon Lush collection. I really wanted to use this gold star, but I didn't like how big it was and how bold it stood out. It kind of looked funny. So I ended up putting it back and picking out this little chipboard phrase that says, "This is the day." I thought this would be a cute tag to use for on a birthday gift, or even, it could be for any type of celebration, or it could be just an everyday tag. So I decided that it needed something else, not just, I just didn't want to put it straight on the tag. So I picked out a little gold label die cut from Studio Calico that I have in my die cut stash. I keep them all in this pink box, semi-organized. It's not very organized. But I decided to use this label. I just love gold, and this was the perfect piece to add behind the chipboard phrase. So at first I thought I was going to put it at the top of the tag, but I decided to put it at the bottom since you usually put some twine at the top and hang it on a bag or something, and sometimes you can't see the stuff that's towards the top, so I put it on the bottom. I'm sorry, my head's in the way. I really like that these chipboard pieces are very sticky, so I don't have to add anything additional like some liquid glue or something. Sometimes I make sure that I have to add like a double adhesive to make sure that the chipboard stays on, but this is an extremely tacky adhesive on this chipboard, so it's really nice. Of course, I have to add some tiny attacher staples because they're cute and they go good on everything. And then I decided to add a paper clip to the tag. None of these big ones were working, so I decided to do this little blue one. And then I decided that, of course, there wasn't enough layering on this tag, so I picked out this little label from the Lemon Lush paper pad and trimmed it down to fit underneath the gold label. Although I'd already stuck it down and stapled it down, I was able to peel it up and put this little label underneath it and without any problem. I'm just adding one more to the top. I thought the light blue on top and then the bolder orangey red color on the bottom went good with the colors that I picked out to go on the tag, and also that bold dark navy paper clip looks really cute on it too, I think. So now I'm done with this tag. I thought about adding some mist, but sometimes the mist dyes the stitching threads and makes it run, and I don't like how that looks. So it's time for the next tag. So my watercolor had dried, and I decided to use this beautiful aquamarine butterfly pattern paper from the Lemon Lush paper pad to put on this tag. I picked out this little pen from the Maggie Holmes. I believe it's the flea market line. I might be wrong about that. I probably am. But I liked that little bobby pin. I thought it looked really cute with the colors. So I was going to use that. And then I picked out this other pattern paper to tuck behind the butterfly paper. Of course, I needed some chipboard to add onto this tag, so I picked this little triangle border piece to fit underneath the bobby pin. I didn't like that one little piece that I just picked out, the little green sunshine, but this gold heart I thought would look gorgeous on it. So it just so happened that I accidentally got half of the chipboard instead of like all of it, so I'm going to have to adhere it down with my little dot roller adhesive. Just to make sure that this stays on really well, I'm going to staple it down with my tiny attacher, and I didn't think one was good enough, so I put two. Because two is better than one, right? And then I picked out this little bitty label to adhere along the top. I thought it could kind of look like a tab, but later I decided to add an actual tab to it, so that will change later. So I'm trying to figure out what else to embellish this with, and I found these cute little brads from Studio Calico. I love these little epoxy topped brads, and these were just perfect. I was like, which one? I need to put one of these on there. So I picked this little green ampersand. I don't know if you can tell what it is there. And got my paper piercer and pierced a hole in the paper to put the brad through. That tool right there, the little red tool, makes it so much easier to put brads on. I bought it just to put brads on. That, and you can sew with it too, I guess. So I used some of these little phrase stickers from Studio Calico as well. I liked that it kind of accentuated the phrase on it. The phrase says, "You are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think." So that was just something that I thought was a cute little phrase, and this is just an everyday tag, so that'll be fun to just send to one of my friends or something. So here's my little red tab. I stuck it on the top because I like just the pop of color it gives, so it's not all just green, blue, and yellow. And then that completes my tag. So here are the two completed tags. Thanks for joining me, and be sure to check out my blog, craftyscrapbooker.blogspot.com. Have a great day!